Hello. Welcome to episode 15 of Honkai Star Rail. Probably just at this point gonna stop saying episode numbers, but I'll keep them in the description so you don't miss a video. That way you understand what's going on. We'll see. We'll see how long I keep these intros going. It could be all the way to 100. I don't know. I'm going to do the main quest first, and I'm going to see how long this takes. And then maybe we get into some combat or just switching it up a little bit. I know for a fact that I will show you like just how many credits we get from our friends and just how many warps I got. I did a lot of little minor stuff like just venturing around the world and stuff and finding a bunch of chests. So I got a lot more Stellar Jades, and I did a couple side quests. They weren't all that really entertaining or important, so I just took care of those. We will do some wishing because I know I got one wish on the standard banner. See how much we get. 38,000. Now, I will say that I think it's over a longer span of time, a day and maybe a half. Either way, it's good to see the consistency. I still have like 30 friends that I could add or people I could add to continue to try to build this income. Yeah, I really recommend this. Get a bunch of people on your friends list that aren't level 80 when you get to level 80 or like a high level like this. First of all, get a solid friends list for level 80 people. That way you can use supports for characters you don't have. But then from that point, start to look on the friends for good people to add. I like to look for people who have experience on the game. I look for their level. As you can see, level 60, level 60, level 70. They don't have a level 80, so they might use me. As well as they have Acheron. They don't have an ideal Black Swan. They'll still use my Kafka. All right, we're really close. All right, so this is where we're sitting. Like, we're sitting really well. That's another 10 pull right there. Less than a day away from getting 5 more wishes. It's 11 wishes. 85. We're 40 away from max pity, the light cone, and the character pity. Let's just hope we don't have to use all of it. I'm going to be on the screen here, but we'll see what we get. Just a 3 or 4 star. Fucking A. Alright, we just need to go and talk to these guys to just get a better assessment on working with adventuring.
Is there anything interesting here? I doubt it.
Right in front of us, actually. There's great rewards in there. I just need to be prepared, just in case we go into battle. This is just a team that we know is going to work, especially in Penacony.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance.
She sounded like she was reading that shit way too hard. Okay, so they had Penacony before, and they're trying to recapture. There's a good chance. I mean, IPC might get this because the family has some nasty dirt on them. But the IPC is not going to make it better. It's just going to be just as corrupt.
The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's got to be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open.
Because if it is too out in the open, they're not going to make money. And the IPC just did that for nothing. No conclusions can be drawn yet. Let's just go talk to someone else.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also,
we'll be ready for him. I want him to draw his sword or whatever it is he has. I want him to try it. We will kill him if need be.
He's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Aventurine said something that concerns me.
Everything he says concerns me.
He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever, but said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you.
Dude, I'm telling you, he's extremely questionable. How many times do I gotta say it?
It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
Either that or he's actually completely telling the truth and he's just scum about it.
Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone. However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air. You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron?
She's definitely not a gentle woman. That is the truth. We can't seem to remember because we apparently know about her. Just mysterious. This is a surrender story. When you choose an answer and you don't have a choice, you have to choose that one.
That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
I really love Blocky.
Checked off the list.
The hell? Why'd she say it like that?
I hope it's not too soon to bring it up, but I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank. Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here?
Dude, you just haven't seen what I've seen. This place is a lie.
Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head.
Let's just reassure her.
Yeah, of course. At times like this, we're so lucky to have our crew. The family and the IPC. Everyone has their own plans going on. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal. As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world.
Dude, I mean, put this connection in real life. Think of all the places that are really happy. Think of the things actually going on truthfully behind the scenes. You know? Really starts to get you to question some things.
Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down.
I think soda and the sugar contents would actually make your mind race a little more. Maybe just water or something like that.
But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
Among our current clues, the two murders that he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into two groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Yeah, you guys are very subtle. What are you keeping from us?
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himiko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch.
What the hell is he hiding?
Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
Why is the music? And who is it? What the?
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
What the hell? She was there the whole time, so she just turns invisible and at any point...
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Welt.
Is there something about my name?
First, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane.
Well, like I said, Welt is story-wise one of the most powerful characters, if not the most powerful character.
So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths.
Holy shit, dude, he's starting to get defensive.
Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
Oh!
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past. Secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board.
Thanks for adding me, I guess.
Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
Dude, she cares for us. I don't think she's bad. Either that or I'm just a fool.
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak.
I really just do not trust her.
The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
It doesn't seem like whoever that girl is talking to, like, a good figure.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in the land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have those on the path of destruction feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out.
Oh.
What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you?
Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance.
Never mind.
A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together.
Well, I don't think Black Swan's evil, because whoever this is...
That seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet star, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you... I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?
Switching to Adventuring's point of view. They're really trying to make him as good as they can be.
A few days ago, the IPC made an announcement. Under the watchful guidance of the Marketing Development Department, and in accordance with the Interstellar Peace Charter, the independent Sigonian sovereignty has hereby been established, and shall take a legislative seat at the Interstellar Congress. The formation of the Sigonian sovereignty is of great historical significance to the Sigonia system. This move puts an end to the planet's long and bloody history, turning the sensational Kataka-Avgin extinction event into a distant memory.
Dude, these guys are so corrupt.
Sigonia 4 is located in an unclaimed zone at the intersection of the Denise, Prothean, and Dorneau star clusters. The planet's surface environment is known for being extremely harsh, constantly faced with the threat of impact from small-scale celestial objects. This is why very few intelligent species have made this planet their home, dividing themselves into several tribes to eke out nomad lifestyles as they struggle to survive the arid desert wilderness. They have developed their own folk beliefs that are independent of the Eon belief system.
This just seems like a bunch of jabber that I don't need to know.
Sigonia. Sigonia. Ravenous eye of the storm, spurned by all the gods. Land of rock, but not water. Lightning, but not rain. Blood, but not tears. You beat us with your falling stars. You lash us with wind and storm. You chew us up with the cracked earth. You promised us a land of honey, yet yoked us beneath a sword of bitterness. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops, if thou can hear me, please open up thy 3 eyes and gaze upon this child. When you took his father, my child was still sleeping in my belly. And where my husband went, I too soon must go. I don't ask for a peaceful death, just for you to tell me, does the baby swaddled sweetly asleep? Does he dream of his mother's heartbeat and the sound of falling rain? Please tell me whether this life is all just a fleeting dream. Otherwise, why would this child be born to face impending death?
Mommy! Mommy! Mommy, the rain. It's raining.
Raining?
It is raining. It's true. Those outworlders weren't lying to us. They really did summon the rain. Mommy, we can leave here. We can go back home.
Back home. Oh, Gaiathra Triclops. You came. Do you hear that? Thank you. Thank you. Darling, listen. This is the sound of rain. On the day you were born, the sky also sent down a gift like this from Gaiathra. Such a lucky child. Such a blessed child. Just like your name. A gift from them to Avgen. My boy. May the goddess Gaiathra close her eyes 3 times. Keep your blood eternally pulsing. Let your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes forever concealed. Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Time to wake up, gambler.
Oh, heavens. I must have drunk too much Soul Glad. Didn't expect you to be back so soon. How is it? Find anything?
Just as you guessed. Nobody outside knows about Robin's death. There aren't even baseless conspiracy theories. They're still streaming the rehearsal for her ceremony, using a stand-in, I guess. They must be dreaming.
Of course. Who could imagine that death would actually descend upon the idyllic dream created by the family? Let alone that the victim would be the female lead of the Charmony Festival.
Dude, Dr. Ratio, I don't really like him either. He's a bit of a dickhead. So these two are just perfect for each other.
To be honest with you, I didn't believe it. I even tested it a few times myself. Until I discovered that I couldn't actually die. Whenever there's any danger, I'm forced awake by the dream pool, and it's all as if everything were just a nightmare. That's why I'm convinced that there are a few big secrets lurking behind the scenes.
Then you must have heard about the Memory Zone meme. When I graciously deigned to establish connections with the Oak family on your behalf, they were quite in a pitiful state of disarray. Besides Robin, there was another body. I don't know the exact details, just that it was a stowaway.
2 murder cases? I told you something seemed off about the Nameless. He must have come across the other one. This murderer is a psycho. But I have to admit, the case should be easy to crack. We can leverage the family's malfeasance and let the IPC use this as a reason to intervene. It's just that their trickery runs deeper than I thought. Robin's stand-in was all ready to go. These 2 murders are definitely getting hushed up. What should we do? Let me think. It's too rare an opportunity to miss out on, so I gotta be careful.
Incredible gambler. Have you already exhausted your limited repertoire of tricks so soon?
There are plenty of chips, but it'd be best to choose carefully. The most straightforward has to be Robin. Remember? That masked fool once told me to find a mute as a friend.
The masked fool is Sparkle.
Robin is what she calls the mute. She has lost her voice, and while most people can't pick up on it, you and I cannot mistake that sound. Not produced by any voice box, but rather by the resonance of the harmony. If that girl hadn't gone hoarse from singing practice, there'd only be one possibility. Something was up with the family. Or Robin herself. To get to the bottom of this, I tried every way I could to meet her, but she died. Right before my very eyes.
A complete and utter loss. Incidentally,
I just saw
it
something.
seems to have resulted in your rather undignified arrival on the interrogation stand.
There's something I need to go get.
There were eyewitnesses at the scene, and the family, in their graciousness, has tentatively accepted your alibi. However, for the foreseeable future, you shall, regrettably, find yourself under the vigilant watch of the hounds.
Well, things aren't looking too optimistic, Doctor. I'm starting to break out in a cold sweat. Do you reckon there's still any chance of a comeback, given how things are?
A probability? Yes, it exists, but it verges on the infinitesimal. To phrase it in a manner more befitting the vernacular of Penacony, you're dreaming. But if you simply can't control yourself and want to try your hand, then there just so happens to be a suitable candidate. That man wants to see you again.
Who?
Sunday.
Sunday is the head of the family. There's that little pink thing that keeps moving. It's like a bird. It's just a challenge thing that I need to rip out. I need to get that.
Is this a public hearing or a private trial?
If it were the former, it would hardly befit my stature to stoop to the role of a mere messenger.
Fine. Well, that's great. It's all great. You see, the dead can't talk, but the living can. Ratio, I'm convinced now that there must be something wrong inside the family. Oh, just you wait and see. That man's sister has died. He can't sit on his hands. Well, without any further ado, let's set off. Lead the way. The show is about to begin.
The Dewlight Pavilion is the Oak family's fortress and a place where heads of the families meet to discuss great plans for Penacony.
I'm gonna tell you straight up, this is a lot of fucking conversation. If you look to the left of Adventuring's head, there's another one of those birds just chilling right there, as well as a chest. I haven't been in this room. The chest is to the right of Dr. Ratio. Sorry, this is going on for a long time and there's no combat, nothing.
Fortress? I like this metaphor. I dealt with the warlords of the Honkai star system not long ago, and their synchronized orbital manor wasn't this heavily guarded.
It's just a kid. Not saying you should underestimate your opponent. Heavily guarded.
This mansion nominally belongs to Sunday, and is very befitting of its owner. Without his express invitation, the likes of ordinary guests would never grace these grounds in their lifetimes. Look around while you still have this moment of freedom.
Hey Doc, whose side are you on anyway?
Who's to say I won't sell you out?
Both of them are just scum.
We'll see. When we meet the authoritarian master of the Oak family, I'll pry an answer out of him.
Follow me and I'll bring you to his parlor. Hold your tongue and let me deal with the members of the family.
As the story unfolds, you have the chance to progress the story from others' characters' point of view. When entering a character's point of view for the first time, the character will automatically be placed first on your team. So we get to see how good adventuring is. But we're gonna call it for there. This went way too long. Oh my god. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. You hit investigate. Sometimes you gotta yank 3 times. But those are the birds that come out. Then here's the chest. Gives you those rewards on the left.
Risk. I'll take it.
Alright, that is all for today. We'll get into more of the story later. It looks like we're about to be combat based, so that's good. Because they're definitely going to show us what he does and stuff like that. Kind of advertise him, basically. He's on the next banner with Jinglu. See how it goes. But yeah, Thatmandrin, TMD. See ya.